be live. I threw this together, all right. I don't even know how live we are, but I threw this together last second, all right. So the dev stream is starting soon. Let me just send a tweet. Twitch. I hope everybody's doing all right today. So we are about to see the reveal of season 1. So we are about to see the not muted there. Season 1 of Joker. Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Let me just, I'm sorry. I literally was not, I was going to do this and then I said, you know what? I'm not going to do it because that Marvel Rivals game, oh God, kind of came out, the trailer for it. So then I was like, you know what? The Rocksteady is about to preview season, capitalize it, season 1 of Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. So let's see what's up. Jump scare. Spit a little. He just like went flying up to the front. What happened there? Holy, I'll say I saw Manny was here. Let me say what's up to everybody. All right. So we got that out just in time. What's up, Jeannie? What's up, Josh? What's up, Manny? What's up, Jasperton? What's up, Simple J? What's up, Enox? What's up, Magnet? What's up, Michael? What's up, everybody? First break at work, nice. What's up, DJ Subatomic Supernova? What's up, Patrick? What's up, Crinky? What's up, Phase Bubbles? Yeah, Manny, I thought you were like making that up at first. But yeah, what's up? You're watching Miller instead? That's fair, Sadat. That's fair. What's up, Arcanums? What's up, Wint? Everybody say what's up to Thor. He's down here being a good boy, trying to get all up in my face. So anyway, let's see what's up. Watching both, that is a good man, Arcanums. That is how you're supposed to do it. Usually when I do the actually, I figured it was a joking manner. Sometimes, I don't know, whatever. Let's, hold on. That's fine, Jeannie. I get you. Let Thor do the face cam. Hold on. Nope, he walked away. Yeah, no, my response to you was meant to be funny too, but sometimes I can't tell if you're being funny, and I think I take it personally. And I never mean to, but I'm old. What's up, Film Watcher? Is this Dara? Okay.
Very shortly. My name is
My
Derek
bad.
Brown, Community Manager here
Derek.
at Rocksteady, and joining me is Kane Sinopoulos, the slightly more
I have not met
important
either
lead
of them.
Community Manager here at Rocksteady as well.
Nice to be here. Thank you, Derek.
Just watching me, I
Awesome.
like it.
So to start off this show, I'm going to be talking to Jack and Johnny.
Oh, nice
about
Film
a
Watcher.
new
I saw that,
favorite
actually.
Character coming to Suicide Squad.
We're here
It's gonna
right
be the
now,
Joker,
Zeke.
the
Just
Crown Prince of
started.
Crime himself.
Shortly after that, I'm going to be
Oh,
talking
I like
to Sam
that.
to go into Joker's Elseworlds, the new environment that players will be able to get their hands on in Season 1. And then after that, I'll
What's up,
be talking
Warden?
to Adonis to go
What's up,
through some
Ski?
of the shiny new gear and mechanics that are coming up as well.
And after that, we're going to be taking a look at some of the Battle Pass and store content we have for our fashion fanatics out there. Some awesome new outfits coming to the game.
Oh, look at
as well as
that.
Plenty of other options for customization as well.
All right, we saw that
Once that's all
before.
done, we've invited our top content creators to come in so they can show us
Was
what
it
they can do
Sinestro?
with the brand new
I missed
Joker
it.
And in the brand new Elseworld.
Plenty to look forward to.
Somebody
in
says
the
they
show, and
caught
of course,
Sinestro.
Season 1 as well. But without any further ado, I think we should get into the rest of the action, get our devs in to talk more about the exciting content that we have coming in Season 1. So let's go to a trailer now for all the content coming in Season 1.
All right. Trailer time. Need She-Hulk and
yeah. Orders are simple. Destroy Brainiac's operations. Kill him. And
someone said Sinestro Disciple, and Disciple shows up. Love to see it.
Evil shall not escape.
There's an asterisk on free. Ooh, that fight looks good.
Back for another round, and he's going
the Daily Cackle. Squad up with the Joker. Oh man, I hope that this music doesn't get me demonetized and demoralized. That's...
Here's my punchline.
Here's my punchline. I love it. Alright, so... I'm gonna lower the audio a little bit for this. It might already be too late. Abominable Machine. Alright, so I'm assuming that's the new Assault one. Two-Face Infamy set. I think it was Scarecrow, not... we got Merlin, Black Manta. Those are all confirmed. I don't know about Sinestro. More. I'll turn the volume back up in a moment. Alright, so there's Brainiac Superman. Alright, so I think I should be able to turn the volume back up, hopefully. Alright, there we go. Music's gone. Well, I mean, punchline, he's saying, you know, the word. I don't think that means punchline's here. Although I wouldn't be surprised at some point.
Welcome, both Johnny and Jack, to our brand new digs here in the Rocksteady studio, all Joker-fied up.
All right, I met the dude in the middle.
To the brand new playable character
I had lunch with him. He did not like my Batman Ninja pitch.
As to what we're going to be expecting from new playable characters when they hit each and
How am I able to set the Bane weapon?
The new
list?
characters. We have
I can't get it anymore either. It's gone for me as well, Killer Glory.
New
So Jack, I had lunch with Jack. Jack is actually the person I pitched
whole new
Batman Ninja 2. Hated
and even,
it.
you know, new legendary items that play specifically with that character's playstyle. So on a gameplay level, I think players are going to really enjoy learning to master each of those characters. But then also on a narrative level, each of those characters is kind of the route into the Elseworld that you're kind of adventuring in that season. I think players are going to really enjoy getting to know them, rescuing them, and learning.
So we have to rescue them. That's probably the mission that we're going to have.
And so if we are going to be rescuing this new version of Joker, how does that tie in with the story? How are players going to be introduced to this new version of Joker? And at what point in his villain mission is he at this point?
So the Joker that you'll get to know in Season 1 is an Elseworld Joker, as you say. He's from an alternate universe. He's not kind of the prime Arkhamverse Joker. And you meet him at a point where, kind of parallel to
his
Squad
crotch.
Zone adventure in the kind of launch story, he's been part of a different Suicide Squad that was also fighting against Brainiac and lost.
Yes.
So he's been captured by Brainiac's forces. He's, you know, got a bone to pick.
Yeah, Brass
with
time. There's
Brainiac
been
as a
battle
result.
passes
The rest of his
all
squad was
along.
Killed. He's been wounded and captured. So he comes in with that energy of, you know, wanting
The game
to
is
get
mostly
revenge.
fixed, Mikey.
And then in terms of where he is in his own
With
story,
Batman Ninja, they bring it back.
he's
I meant like a
certainly
Batman Ninja
at a kind of
game.
younger and more inexperienced.
Jack
point
hated
than
it,
the
though.
Arkhamverse Joker, you'll know. He's, you know, got something to prove. He's a bit less Machiavellian.
Yes.
And he's a bit more kind of
that's
aggressive
sick.
and frantic and energetic. And he's got a kind of theatrical, almost like a
I like
performer
that.
energy, like a sort of vaudevillain type kind of energy that he brings to combat. And
I
to
like
interaction
him.
with the rest of the squad. So yeah, he's coming in with a different perspective. And I think it'll be fun for players to see how he interacts with the squad, who obviously have history with his kind of, you know, Prime Universe counterpart. So they have some preconceptions of him, some of which might be true, some of which prove to be different.
What's up,
So,
Sleeper
yeah,
Slip
getting to
Shock?
learn that and getting
Is that
to know
the
about
Slip
him, I think,
Shock?
will be enjoyable for players.
And so speaking of preconceptions, obviously the Joker is an incredibly storied DC character at this point. And so when you're taking on a new version of him, as the writers have, I think, made a really compelling version of the Joker, how does that convert into gameplay, Johnny? How do you take this new version and build a traversal kit, a combat kit that fits in with the rest of the characters in the game?
Oh no. Are they buffering?
So we run the city in a haphazard and chaotic way. It's almost akin to a drunken master style traversal, I consider it. You can be using it to have a violent explosion up into the air and then go and glide down as you then flip it over to a surfboard across a rooftop, knocking over enemies, and all of this chaotic carnage that he's causing just feels very Joker.
I think it's not only how you're traversing around the city, but how that also translates into combat. You're going to these incursion missions, the mayhem missions, taking the fight to Brainiac.
All right, Slip.
What are some of the different kind of play styles and combat styles that we can expect to see from this new version of the Joker?
Yeah, so similarly, we wanted to try and
I don't know if Slip
extract
can
the
see
essence
it.
of Joker and convey that in his play styles. He's very much not one note. So
Tell if I can
these
tell if it's the
different
real
facets of
one.
his personality, we try to put those across the talent tree as such, which makes him
The
very
Twitch stream
deadly
went
mid
down?
to close range.
Ha!
We
Not
have
for
the
me.
Jester, which is very close range. It's all about crowd control, survivability, melee, killing things up close and personal. We've then got Firestarter, which, as it sounds, very much utilizes fire, burning, explosions, grenades, big booms, really just setting the world alight. And
Alright.
then we have Ringmaster, which is for the show-offs. Anyone out there who wants to spend more time in the air, killing things while airborne, looking fabulous while doing it, that is totally the style for them.
We maybe have a little bit more design space.
I like
to get
looking
a bit
fabulous.
More technical, a bit more of a higher skill ceiling for the combat and the traversal of our characters, which Joker, I mean, for me at least,
It got better.
it's been a lot of fun stringing all his different aerial combos together, moving around the city. There's so much room for
I don't care about
expression,
Sweet
I think,
Baby
in terms
Ink.
of how you're
I don't think
traversing
about them
around.
at
You
all.
launch with Joker, you've got a lot of forward momentum that you can kind of curve and bend around to go where you want to go. Similarly, you can shoot when you're kind of in the air with Joker, but you're always moving. And that ends up giving you some really high
He looks a lot of fun.
You can, like, launch over a rooftop. As you're flying over it, you can't arrest your momentum, but you can make use of it to shoot down on enemies, right? I think it's the same with Joker's new traversal attack, which is kind of like
They're gonna get to the shop in a minute. What's
from
up,
the air,
Hooder?
It's almost like an aerial bombardment, kind of directly down in a cone.
Hooder, I'm sorry I
And
couldn't
think
join you last night. I was
timing
barely
that
awake. I was
well
just trying to
with
do a
Joker's
couple little
traversal becomes
things.
a really interesting skill challenge where you can kind of get a broad spread over a wide area or a tight spread on a small target for more damage if
It's all good, Slip.
So
Oh.
getting all of that just right, I think the players are going to really enjoy that journey.
Awesome. Well, I, for one, cannot wait for the rest of our community to get a chance to play with the Joker and to try and master
What's up,
that
C-Dub?
new style of traversal and combat.
So
that
Boomer
he's
with the
gonna bring to
pistol for
table.
combo.
And the place that they're going to be doing that is
Yeah.
our new Joker Elseworld. The incursion missions, the mayhem missions for Season 1 will be taking place at this awesome new Joker-themed Elseworld. Jack, I'm going to say thank you so much for bringing us that update on Joker. Johnny, I'm going to ask you to stick around as Sam and Kane will be joining us very soon for this look at Joker Elseworld.
All right, here we go. We're gonna first look at the Elseworld. All right.
So you've met our first new playable character, the Joker. I've kicked Derek out for the time being, and I'm running the show. I'm joined by Johnny and
We're gonna
Sam.
play tomorrow for
So,
sure.
Joker's Elseworlds. It's quite a bizarre and surreal environment that we're taking players to in Season 1. What's the story there, Sam?
Yeah, so each season brings with it its own Elseworld, with its own flavour, and this Season 1 is based around the Joker, the new playable character. In his reality, he was his last surviving member of the Suicide Squad. Brainiac has captured him and is obsessed with him, wants to find out what makes him tick. This has kind of backfired on him, though, and has infected the actual terraforming process. So instead of Metropolis being turned into this new Callooh version, it's now covered in crazy reimagining of Joker's world and his mind. Buildings are turned into
I love
birthday
this.
presents. They're covered in wrapping paper.
Hopefully everyone
There's
gets a Joker
toy
outfit.
soldiers
Yeah.
scattered all over the
He
place.
yes he
There's
did.
ray balloons in the sky.
Arcanums. He
We
just
even have,
injected himself.
some
Because
casino
what else would the
elements,
Joker
poker
do?
chips, cards everywhere, and then eventually you'll get to go in the next episode to the Daily Cackle, which is a Joker-fied, reimagined version of everyone's favorite newspaper headquarters, the Daily Planet.
Oh really?
Johnny, what
That's
other
weird.
changes
AIM.
Should we expect to come to Metropolis in Season 1?
So on top of phasing in strongholds, Brainiac has also been analysing the squad's data, analysing their tactics, and he's taken that information and then he is altering the DNA of his troops to better serve him and cause you more problems. What this means is that enemies will be gaining episodic buffs and resistances to certain tactics and abilities, so the squad will have to keep evolving in order to stay one step ahead and manage this new threat.
Dude, look at how this
Brainiac
looks.
is not as perfect as he thinks he is, and whilst bringing in this new DNA and these new improvements, he's also added in a backdoor with new vulnerabilities and new weaknesses. So players will have to play through and try and find out what the pros and cons now of these new changes. So one example being that bombers might now suddenly drop more grenades reliably, or Batman and Fuse will now be susceptible to deep freeze. So it's finding these things out, and only by playing it and trying what works and what doesn't work, players will discover these new challenges.
He is dope.
So now
I
that we've learned
like
a bit
it.
more about this new Joker's Elseworld, what new challenges can players expect when they jump into it?
So the squad are in hostile territory here. This is where Brainiac is his most powerful, and this is where he's at his most dangerous. And for us getting to develop this was really exciting, coming up with new challenges for the players to play and to really experience. One way we're doing that is by changing up the mutators. So, and these really mix up the way players will have been playing the game and how they how their abilities and how their gear sets work. One example is the all-new Me mutator, which just adds a resurrection mechanic for the enemies. So you kill them, they'll keep coming back. The only way to stop this, though, is with you can counter them or shield harvest or poison them. So there are ways around this.
Okay.
Again, it's ways for players to take these systems.
All right, so poison is going to be important.
We've also got new incursions for players to engage with. These ones have stripped out a lot of the activity elements, and they really focus on the beautiful art of killing things dead. So players can really have a lot more choice now of how they experience the Elseworlds endgame and how they want to push those masters.
These new maps are nice though. They're not just reskinned.
They want to do,
so like we're gonna have to relearn like the areas.
We've also got a brand new feature in facilities. These are provided by Lex, and these act as limited or time-limited buffs for the squad. So they use them, they apply to the entire squad, and they really help turn the tide of battle. One example being the Diablo Blaze aura. So what this does is this applies to the squad, and this gives them this Diablo Blaze effect on a range. So players can run up to enemies, set them on fire, and move around the area, and just setting fire to absolutely everything.
That's kind of cool.
So it's up to the squad then to really determine how close they get, and they have to balance then. Do they, they get up close and personal, or do they really try and defend themselves at the same time? So these are time limited. So the trick here is really popping them at the right time, being able to maximize damage output and not wasting them too early. These facilities are seeded across all of our Elseworlds maps. These are incursions and our new Mayhem mission, which has got a new boss fight. So all of these things here and all of these things is a lot to engage with in this part of this season.
Sam, Johnny, thank you so much for sharing what's coming in our new Joker's
All right,
Elseworlds.
that sounds pretty cool. Looks
next
pretty
up,
cool.
I'm going to be joined by Adonis, who's going to come and talk to us about the new gear and some of the new mechanics that are coming in season 1.
All right. So
Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Kane. I'm happy to be here.
So
hello,
we've got
Adonis.
some exciting new upcoming changes to new gear sets and builds in season 1. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
I sure can. So our shining star, or should I say shining villain, for our episode 1 gear set is none other than DC's Scarecrow. And his gear and weapons are all featured around his specialty fear, toxins, and poisons like that. So his weapons have this thing called Mind Melt, where
Mind
you do a quick
Melt.
reload, it lets you build up a stack and lets you apply poison to your enemies.
So
And
you
he
can build
also
up
has this thing
stacks
called
with
Shield
crit
Mind and
reloads.
Shields, where when you get afflicted by those nasty snipers that stun you or the
up,
helicopters
Big
that
Arm?
freeze you, then you'll be able to get more shields from the enemies to help you bounce back. And we're also adding the new poison condition to the game. This does not only damage over time, but allows you to synergize with other items and get you other bonuses through different mechanics.
Nice. So if I got myself a set of tier 1 set of Scarecrow set,
Yeah.
how would that feel to play?
So the tier 1 set features an ability called Poisoned Mind. When you poison enemies, you get a poisoned mind, and you can spend that poisoned mind to do big shield harvest damage. That limit of that damage is like really high, by the way, so you can like really harvest them.
So
And
Joker.
you've got
Oh,
your
that's
shield
Harley. Never
harvest
mind.
right. So if you play the tier 1 set, you're gonna have a lot of poison.
I was gonna say, Joker gets real close with that
So
hammer,
you're gonna be putting in an honest
that was
day's
Harley.
work of farm, honestly.
Nice. Great. So are there any other bonuses to playing with the full sets?
Yeah, so we're introducing something that we call episodic villain bonuses. So Scarecrow is the feature villain of this episode. If you play with his gear set, you will get extra bonuses for per tier, per item, actually. If you were playing with a different villain in a different episode, then it would go to that villain's gear set only, and Scarecrow would no longer be the active villain. So with
Interesting.
things like this Scarecrow tier 1, you would get damage reduction, critical hit damage.
Damage
shield, all the things
reduction?
that help you survive and really punish the enemies for just existing. So say bye to Brainiac's troops, basically.
Nice. Sounds great. Do we have any other surprises coming?
Yes, we do. We have a whole new weapon manufacturer, Intergang, and they have weapons supplied by the new gods of Apocalypse themselves. And we interpreted that as futuristic weapons, basically. Very fast-firing guns that have a spread when they shoot, almost like a shotgun. I feel like they're going to make it a lot of people's builds, honestly.
Any other iconic themed gear that's coming? Any more notorious weapons?
Yes, that's true. Glad you asked. Yeah, we have some new guns based on DC's
Merlin.
And Merlin is a very deadly assassin, so his weapons are very
that's kind of
deadly
cool. It's
accurate.
got the...
And not only do they do massive critical damage, but they also allow you to debuff enemies on the crit, so you can ruin their day further. I also have Dr. Poison. Dr. Poison Maro's 2 injector is another some of our feature notorious weapons. And they have 2 modes. They have a normal mode where you just poison the enemies that you hit, and they have an alt fire mode where you do massive damage to any enemies that are poisoned and spread that.
Oh, that looks like it might be a new skin.
And that's not all. We have other items to make you.
Oh, that's
mind
definitely a new
sharp,
skin.
like Black Manta. Other items
Dude,
to make you
I
really
want
lethal,
those.
like Reverse
Oh,
Flash,
Reverse Flash.
and even to make you really spotty, like Polka Dot Man.
All right, Polka
Sounds
Dot
like
Man.
quite a selection to choose from.
Nothing about Sinestro yet,
Well,
though.
thank you, Adonis. There's so much.
My day's
more
going
we
pretty
can
good,
go into
Emperor.
in
Thank
gears
you.
and builds.
How about
But
you?
I think that's enough for our players to.
That's in the shop?
Crafting, some things.
Well, we're
I'm
about
sure
to
the
see it.
players are going to be really thrilled to get their hands on all this shiny new gear.
Oh, is it the one that I showed yesterday? Okay. Well, the Deadshot one, it was a mask with like something around it. Oh, here we go. The Battle Pass. This is what we want to see. We've never seen this
section I'm
before.
joined by Albert, and Jack is back again to take us through some of the awesome outfits that we have coming in this season. I've been taking a look, Albert, and I am absolutely loving what we have in store coming in the Battle Pass. So what can our players expect to see when Season 1 launches?
So the outfit family in the Battle Pass for Season 1 is Wayne Tech. And
Wayne
this will be
Tech.
available for Deadshot,
I like that.
Queen, King
I
Shark,
like that.
and Joker.
I love that.
So
Love
we
that.
use Wayne Tech because
So there's no
it's a staple
Boomer in
the
here?
Batman universe, and with Batman out of the way, we wondered, what if Lucius Fox made some cool outfit for our squad? We fantasized with the idea of putting high-tech costumes, like the different paneling, the logos on their chest, the cowls with the glowing eyes.
I love these.
They essentially become.
I love
another
the one for
symbols
King
of
Shark.
the city. So that was the idea. People who have played the Arkham games, they will be familiar with the detective mode swatch. We also added another swatch that is completely black with red highlights to hint at Batman Beyond.
Oh,
And
look at
Detective family
that.
comes with like head variants, body variants.
Oh,
The
look at those
hamster versal, which allows
banners.
you to change not just the way you look, but also the VFX on the
The
tail,
futuristic Harley looks
when you're
good.
moving, and tons of other color switches. So yeah.
I mean, King Shark in the armor looks really, really good. You can sort of imagine Shark.
I think I have 2 deluxe edition
Growling
tokens.
about being the knight, So I enjoy that.
You can see it in the game now, by the way.
Aside from the outfits that are going to be contained within the Battle Pass, a lot of our players want to know, how's it going to work? What can they experience in the Battle Pass when it launches in Season 1?
So there's a free track of the Battle Pass that's available to everyone, and that will have some of the Wayne Tech family that we just discussed in there. And then there's also other things in that Battle Pass, like, you've got emotes, you've got banners,
Oh,
you've got
that makes
customization
sense,
options for your
Manny.
character and your kind of profile as well. But then there's a premium track, which you can buy in the store
Wait.
and unlock, additional rewards for progressing through the Battle Pass. You can make that purchase at any time, so it's one of those things where you can progress on the free track if you want, and then later, if you've reached level 40 in the Battle Pass, and then you go into the store and buy it, you'll get all the rewards from 1 to 40 that you'd already earned, right? And that would include the full Wayne Tech family with lots of those color swatches we talked about.
Yo, look at that
Outfits
King
for
Shark
King
swatch.
Shark, for Harley Quinn, for Deadshot, and for the Joker.
Dude, that's so sick.
From the Wayne Tech family. Plus, a whole bunch of other new cool stuff. Win poses, lose poses, rival taunts, emotes.
I love that. Dude,
And
that's
then
so sick.
It also includes 1,000 Luther coin, which you can use to either buy more stuff in the store or put towards the next Battle Pass, so you kind of have that choice as a player. I think we've set it up in a way that's really fair to players, whether they want to spend money or not, whether they want to spend money now or later.
Yeah.
That's fine. We just want people to, enjoy the game and get access to the cool outfits we're making for them.
We have some very nice new outfits that we have coming in Season 1. Bit of a downgrade technologically, I think it's fair to say, when compared to the Wayne Tech outfits, but I think just as cool in terms of how they look.
One of the Rocksteady favorite families is the Super Zeros, which is essentially how would the squad turn themselves into the Justice League by just finding basic materials like cardboard boxes, strings, food tins, bean bags, rolls of paper, stuff like that, just to.
I mean, I appreciate what they're doing here, but that one is not for me.
For Joker, who comes as Batman, Captain Boomerang, that comes as Flash.
Okay, yeah, you're right, Manny. That was it. I love this one though. I bought it.
Superman, of course. We also have the enhanced traversal customization, which changes the trails to be like glittery.
I love the King Shark one. It's so great.
There are a couple of other ways, or a couple of other outfits, I should say, that can be earned in Season 1.
Yeah, so there are some completely free
What's up, Vice Hella?
variants, swatches that you can earn for Joker.
That's nice.
Like in the launch
oh,
game,
that looks good.
Through absolutely free. Just play
there
the game.
are new races.
Fantastic, and play the game. I'm sure our community will when Season 1 launches.
Okay, good.
And also, a few people who played the game were a few of our favorite content creators who we got to sit down and play through an incursion mission with all of them playing as the Joker, showcasing his traversal, his combat, his outfits, the new gear that we have as well, an amalgamation of everything that we've talked about.
I think those
in
were
this
store
show.
swatches.
So take a look as we take down an incursion mission with the full Joker mission.
Send in the clowns.
Hey guys, my name's Jarv. I'm a full-time
Ah,
content
Jarv.
creator covering pretty much every looter shooter going. And you may recognize me from some of the previous Insider episodes, as I was part of a very small group of creators that got early access to the game. The first build that you can see here is what we've called the Poison
Dude, this looks
Harvester.
so
This
sick.
build revolves around poison, as well as harvesting and countering your enemies to spread that poison. And poison is a key part of Scarecrow's infamy set, which will be used as a primer when it comes to activating some of the
Snipers are
awesome
still
talents.
jerks. Got
To
it.
get the most out of this set, we've equipped a full Tier 1 Scarecrow infamy set. This will give us bonus critical hits and apply poison on enemy hits. And if you
Joker
kill
does in
poisoned
fact have a
enemies,
prosthetic
this also
leg.
triggers
It is not
Poisoned
just
Mind.
you.
This can stack up to 10 times and last up to 30 seconds, and each stack of this will increase your chances of triggering enemies to become shield harvestable from poison damage by 5%. Now, whilst that sounds
he's
like a small amount,
got that
this is
Superman
actually
skin on.
tick and not on the initial application of poison. So by applying poison to a huge group of targets, you will actually see some huge damage numbers. Now, this build also harnesses Dr. Poison's Maru 2 Injector, which is a notorious auto rifle. Enemies hit with this weapon become
Your
poisoned,
eyes.
making it a very easy applicator and primer to triggering the
I don't know what that
infamy
means.
set. I also paired this with the Epidemic Pistol, and this is really to make the most of the talent, as countering a poisoned enemy has a 50% chance of spreading poison to all enemies within 30 meters. And if you can do that as a critical counter, this will switch to a 100% chance. Alongside that, we have the Rotten Feast, which is a legendary flail, which is Joker's melee weapon. This will increase the chance of putting poisoned enemies into a harvestable state by 50%, and harvesting poisoned enemies will drop 100% more shield. And finally,
Yeah, but
Harvest
we've seen that
Express
he's
is
had a prosthetic
legendary
leg for a
lucky
while.
Charm. This is where melee hits on an enemy consume 20 combo, but it will make all enemies within
Just set
15
your
meters
PS5 on fire.
harvestable. As you can see, this is incredibly rewarding, and by having overcharged overshields, it will keep you in
What is going on the
action,
screen?
and all your enemies
Lots
begging for
of
mercy.
lots
Now,
of
Joker is
melee.
fun, wacky, and has some hilariously fun builds. We also have the slow-mo crit clown. This one specializes in slowing down your enemy, juggling them, and prioritizing crit damage. This one's going to prioritize the Great Suspender melee weapon, where melee hits put enemies within 10 meters in slow motion. And we've also paired
Oh,
it with a
that was
notorious
sick.
grenade called Black Mask's Target Priority. So this is where your grenade does no damage, but instead causes enemies hit by it to get launched in slow motion, whilst taking 200% more damage for 30 seconds, and become targeted by enemies.
I gotta stop
affected by
deleting those, I
within
guess.
200 meters. Now, by juggling our enemies using our melee weapon and grenade, we're going to use the turkey shoot shotgun. Now, this firearm does 250% increased critical hit damage, and when enemies are in slow motion, you get 100% crit hit chance against them. And to finish off this build, we have the magic number, a legendary neck bomb, and when you juggle an enemy, the enemy explodes and hits all enemies within 25 meters, and enemies hit by that explosion either become poisoned into slow motion or become harvestable. Now, this build creates many
I think the main map gets like reinterpreted. I don't think it gets bigger.
Using your melee weapon or grenade, they all unlock high crit chance and crit damage.
We definitely need more space in the inventory. I agree with that.
Fun and snappy builds. So as you can see, there's a lot
it's out
of
tomorrow.
Diversity, and the biggest question you have isn't just the build you're going to use, but who are you going to drop from your squad when it comes to trying out the Joker.
Who are you going to drop from your squad when you try the Joker? What's up, Nick Gaming, by the way?
Hello, I'm Abrax, a massive looter shooter fan and a content creator for the genre over at youtube.com/@thatabrax. And welcome to a look at the newest character on his way to Suicide Squad Killer Justice League, the Joker. We've been given the chance to get hands-on with the character early and test out a few
Dropping
builds
Harley
in one of the new
immediately.
incursions coming with Season 1, Laugh Riot. The first build I have to
drop
try
Boomer.
out is the aptly named Burn Baby Burn. This build takes full advantage of the Joker's love of
Kunal, you
fire
should be
and
able to.
explosions, using a collection of notorious items and talents to make sure that if it isn't ablaze, it soon will be. The build combines new notorious items like the Polka Dot Man's Spotty Explosion, which is a next level cluster grenade, with
Dude,
each
that
of the
is so
clusters having a
sick.
50% chance to spawn more polka dots, making this a great way to spread Diablo Blaze over a massive area. Add in the Joker's Temper and High Crimes talents, and you're getting an additional 50% damage to burning enemies, and firearm kills on burning enemies spawn grenade ammo. Top this off with the Heat Wave Molten Skin Shield mod for survivability through that 90% damage reduction when you burn a new enemy, and you're in for
Damage
a pretty good time.
reduction.
For me, the Polka Dot Man's Spotty Explosion Grenade is a must-have for Season 1. This grenade is all kinds of chaotic in the best kind of way. Next up, I get a chance to play with the new Tier 1 Scarecrow Infamy set, the Poisoned Mind, with a build nicknamed the Maru Poisoner. The goal with this build is to apply as much poison to as many enemies as possible, then reap the rewards of the Infamy set using a few extra notorious items.
He's out tomorrow,
to give the set a bit of a boost. Starting out using the Dr. Poison's Maru 2 injector to apply poison on hit, tagging as many enemies as possible, then getting kills on poison enemies to start stacking Poisoned Mind, which thanks to the 2-piece bonus increases the chance of poisoned enemies to become shield harvestable per tick of poison. This then opens up the chance to get stuck in with the Mad Hatter's 3-leaf clover melee weapon to start smacking enemies around, doing huge damage to harvestable enemies, with the 3-piece bonus of the Tier 1 Infamy set giving us an extra 50% damage to shield harvestable
He looks like he's gonna be a lot of
per
fun.
stack of Poisoned Mind. You can see with this build how the game loop begins to develop where you're poisoning enemies and then swooping in to finish them off with a shield harvest.
Is the new comic issue out?
And if I want to spread that poison a little bit further, I can swap to the legendary assault rifle Epidemic, which has a 50% chance to spread poison to all enemies within 30 meters on a counter. This goes up to 100% if I manage to get a critical counter. Unlike the first build I tried out, the Maru Poisoner doesn't use the effect it applies as its main source of damage, but instead uses poison as a type of primer, setting you up to string together some hard-hitting shield harvest attacks. I have to say, I am a fan of the new notorious assault rifle Dr. Poison's Maru 2 injector. Applying poison on hit is a solid and reliable way to apply
Deathstroke is
poison
probably
at a
not until the
range.
end of the year.
Plus, its secondary fire, giving you an extra 250% crit damage to poisoned enemies, makes stacking Poisoned Mind a breeze. I have to say, I've had an absolute blast playing the Joker, and a massive thank you to Rocksteady for letting me get hands-on with the character and taking him for a spin early. I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of crazy builds the community comes up with when this guy goes live with Season 1. Now let's get back to Derek and Kane on the couch. Take it away, guys.
I think there's going to be
Thanks,
some
guys,
kind of
for
story
lending us
mission,
your
yes.
sick Joker skills
We have to
and
rescue Joker.
of an incursion mission. Cannot wait to jump.
I think it's going to be kind of like the
Few days
mission where we
till season
rescued
one launches. But with that, we're all done taking
Lex
you through the
Luthor.
content that is going to be coming in season 1 with our new playable character in the Joker, the new Joker-themed Elseworlds gear, all playable for free for owners.
Yeah,
of
X-Men
the game, as well, of
it's
course,
amazing.
as the awesome cosmetics that are going to be coming to the game in season 1.
Yes, thank you everyone for tuning in. That's all we have for the time being, but we look forward to seeing you in Joker's Elseworlds soon.
We'll see you
Take
there.
care.
All right, so Joker is out tomorrow. Let's go backwards because somewhere early in, someone said they thought they saw something about Sinestro, but I don't remember where it was.
This apocalypse has got novelty.
No, it wasn't any of that. I don't remember where it was, so let's do this though, okay? Let's switch over to the game. One thing I wanted to show you guys, on PlayStation, the icon is now the Joker. It's not on Xbox, but when you load into the game, you get a big Joker screen. I just don't happen to be on my Xbox at the moment. But there was something I wanted to show you guys real quick. Do I think it's enough to bring people back? I hope so. I mean, I really do. I'm hoping that, that looked fun. Like there's no two ways around it. Is it going to be enough? I don't know. I don't know. No, the clown sounds goofy. No. You know who the voice of the clown is supposed to be, right? It's Damian Clark, who is Handsome Jack and Cell? Somebody in Dragon Ball. Like real Dragon Ball, not like me like making fun of Dragon Ball and getting them intentionally mixed up. All right. I wonder if we can get Batman Who Laughs. Dude, I would love that. Keep in mind, Batman Who Laughs is Bruce Wayne, not the Joker. All right. So one thing I noticed in the store, okay? All right, so Deadshot's still not there. All right. Oh, weird. So on my PlayStation account, it had 2 tokens in the top for the Battle Pass, but on my Xbox account, it does not have either of them. So that's weird.
Ready to.
Looks. I did end up getting this. No, all right. I didn't get the main version, but I don't know.
You really think you can simply...
In any event, what did you guys think of the Joker? Let's actually quit out of here. Let me actually just load up my PlayStation. I may also have to go to the store. Did the comic come out today or yesterday? Just bear with me a second. We're going to load it up on PlayStation. I'm not going to play right now. But if the comics came out today, I'm going to go right and grab them. Or yesterday. All right, so here you can see you've got the Joker, and then you load it in. Oh, Jesus. Apparently, I left the game running. Let's close. All right, there we go. What's up, Dom? Everything with the Joker looks great. It's the rest of the Season 1 content you're not sure about? Yeah, I don't know. Might have been yesterday. All right, I gotta go run. I'm gonna run and grab it after we're done looking at this real quick. Sorry, it just takes a minute to load in. All right. What's up, Nava? I definitely think Joker looks good, though. I'm pretty excited. Definitely going to play a lot of them tomorrow. Hopefully we'll team up with Sadat and or other people. And we'll play a little Joker. All right, so it starts tomorrow. Straight into the action. Now, I wonder if I redeem the token on PlayStation, if it's going to cross over, you know what I mean? I mean, Marvel Lord, let's not say that. Come on, bud. It should when you use it? Okay. So it looks like I'll probably have to use it on PlayStation, which is kind of fine. Because I need to get the... Oh, it's gone now. Okay. So the tokens were showing up on my screen yesterday, but they're gone now. I'm not worried about that, if I'm being honest, because they won't matter until tomorrow, but it still makes me look like a liar. So.
Good work.
I do... One thing that was interesting to me is it does look like there's going to be some new races. Which I need because I'm having a hard time getting trophies. So hopefully that'll work. I've also noticed on the map, or I'm sorry, on Nexus, you can see that there's episode challenges. So the specific Riddler trophies and AR challenges and riddles based on the season. So I'm kind of hoping, all right, since I've earned 95 rewards, but I can't see them. Does anybody know how you get to the gear anymore? So I can't see it. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Thank you guys for watching. Joker will be out tomorrow. As soon as it goes live, I will be streaming it. Shut up, Brainiac. As soon as it's live, I'll be streaming it. We'll have Twitch drops tomorrow as well. So I hope everybody has a great rest of your day. We'll see ya.